An image appears of a document representing a soldier's pension with handwriting at the bottom. At the top, text reads, Pensions of Guilford Courthouse. A sketch of soldiers appears. At the center is a drawing of a British redcoat soldier with a musket on his shoulder. Next to him, a picture of a blue-coated Continental appears. More and more drawings of different soldiers appear on screen, alternating between redcoats and Continentals, some firing muskets, some on horseback. William Smith fought for the British and Continental armies during the American Revolution. This was not an uncommon occurrence during the war. There are numerous examples of individuals joining the opposing army. A sketch depicts the conditions inside a prison ship. At center stands a British grenadier who is guarding the prisoners. He is surrounded by prisoners who look disheveled and sick. Some have bandages on their heads, while at the right of the picture, a crying soldier holds his comrade in his lap. His comrade appears to have just died. Some sought service as an alternative to deplorable prison conditions and likely death. A drawing shows a man with his arms held behind his back by several assailants. Behind him are 5 men who are shouting at him and gripping his coat. Some hold pitchforks, while one man on the left side of the screen holds a clenched fist close to the victim's face. Others were coerced to serve and did so to avoid the wrath of their neighbors. A map of England appears, and a silhouette of a soldier in a blue coat appears over Buckingham, England at its center. Born in Buckingham, England in 1755, Smith enlisted in the British Army in 1775. A succession of battle images appears. The first is a rough painting of redcoats firing their muskets at unseen enemies. The next image is a sketch of large bodies of soldiers waiting on a shoreline. They are in groups, looking to the left of the screen at numerous transport ships that are actively ferrying men to them in small rowboats. The last image is of General Burgoyne's surrender at Saratoga. Burgoyne is depicted at the center, surrendering directly to the American General Gates. They are surrounded by American staff officers on both sides. There is a cannon and a white tent at the right of the image, and one prominent figure in the crowd, dressed in an all-white uniform, is the famous leader of the Rifle Corps, Daniel Morgan. He participated in the New York campaign in 1776, then was transferred north for General Burgoyne's invasion from Canada. Smith became a prisoner when Burgoyne's army surrendered at Saratoga. Camera footage looks up into the treetops of a pine forest. The sky is clear and the camera slowly pans left to right. The footage then fades into an image of combat. At center, soldiers surround and capture an officer. At the right of the screen, a soldier on the ground holds his wounded comrade in his arms. At the left of the screen, a soldier is bayoneting a man and pushing him over a barrel to the ground. Prisoners were then marched to Fishkill, New York, at which time William and several of his comrades accepted the offer to enlist in the American Army. Smith was placed in the Maryland line and fought at the battles of Monmouth, Camden, Guilford Courthouse, and Eutaw Springs. A pencil sketch of a soldier begins at his feet and pans up. He is finely dressed, stands upright with his musket at his shoulder, and a calm, professional look is on his face. According to comrades who testified on his behalf, the men in the unit referred to William as, quote, British Billy, and they remembered William as always being a good soldier. We return to the image of the soldier silhouette over Buckingham, England. The map then changes to a map of North Carolina, and the soldier moves to the middle of the map over Chatham County. At the end of the war, William Smith moved to Chatham County, North Carolina. He still resided there when he applied for a pension at the age of 79 in 1834. A rough pen sketch depicts a packed courtroom. A large judge is seated in his chair at the right of the screen. Amongst the many figures in the room, one man stands at the left and appears to be speaking to the judge. He stated in his testimony he initially ignored earlier calls for pension applications because of the fact that he had served in the British Army, but old age and health issues led William to finally apply for aid. A watercolor painting shows several men seated in a room reading. 2 men sit in the foreground around some candles. On the left, the man in a blue coat is reading his document aloud. To his right, an older man looks at him with a very concerned look on his face. Despite the testimony of his fellow veterans, Smith's application for a pension was denied. A sketch shows 4 clerks sitting at an elevated writing desk. Each man has documents or books placed before him, and each man seems deeply engaged in studying the text of their documents. The names of 2 soldiers named William Smith were found on the rolls of the Maryland line. 2 images of soldiers follow. The first is a classic painting of combat from the American Revolution showing red-coated grenadiers in close combat with blue-coated Continentals. The next image is a sketch of a soldier in a blue coat. He holds his black tricorn hat high in his hand, but the image does not depict any head on the shoulders of this particular soldier. But one, in Captain Dobson's company, was made prisoner of war on April 26, 1779, and the other deserted on August 10, 1780. We see the soldier silhouette over the map of North Carolina one last time before it fades to black. Smith's service history did not match either of those men's records. The National Park Arrowhead logo appears.